Why do you have my little finger sleeves?
Oh, because those iron crosses, they were hard. That's what I'm going to do.
So that's going to be your weight? We're going to find you something better. Give me those back. These are mine. Now, where are these? Hi, guys. Welcome to Wednesday, May 13th. First off, if you're watching this, hopefully you're catching this on Zoom, 9:30 and 5 today. We're going to run you guys through this. Our buy-in, there's a lot up here, but 4 different Tabatas is what we're doing. So starting with the legs, then going into press, then going into Supermans, then going into those iron crosses. So we got a lot to do, but let's just talk about Tabata first right out of the gate because it's the same setup for all of them. Tabata is 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest for 8 rounds. So we're going to go 4 minutes straight of each of these, and then we'll take a minute off between each one of them. So coming out of the gate, we're going with that rear foot elevated split squat or Bulgarian split squat, just having that back foot back, getting those lunge type motions in, but we're going to try to put that back foot up on some kind of surface. A little different on this, so we'll do round 1 with the left leg, round 2 with the right, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we'll jump back and forth like that so you're not dancing around trying to find your balance. Add weight as needed. Those of you that have done this before know that these are spicy enough by themselves. You don't have to add a lot of weight to really feel it. But if you want it, it's definitely there for you. We rest a minute. We go into seated press, getting that overhead position, dumbbell, kettlebell, ruck, whatever you got. If you want to use 2 hands, great. If you want to go single arm, we're going to treat it just like we did the split squat, left and right on alternating rounds. Body weight option, those pike push-ups. Rest a minute. Then we switch gears a little bit. We're not collecting reps. We're just going for quality of hold. So we're going to do that Superman hold, that arched position on the ground, holding for 20 seconds, resting for 10, just holding that position. And then those iron cross holds, same setup, 20 seconds of holding, 10 seconds of rest. So 4 Tabatas, 4 minutes each, with a minute rest in between. All right, we'll get you on those iron crosses in a moment. But we're going to start with Coach Shar on these rear foot elevated split squats. So we like using this chair, but any kind of surface will work. Edge of a couch, bench, whatever you got. So just fighting the position first. She's going to rest her foot on there. You can dig her toe in, or she can rest it on the top, but that's fine. The thing that I like to see is if you look from the side, when she starts, shoulders are kind of over hips, and this back knee that's kickstand back, I like to see that back knee come straight down. So notice how her hips have to shift back just slightly. It keeps her knee in line with her ankle, and she comes straight up. So she's not having to lean forward or compensate much. She's pushing out of this heel as that back knee drops. It does not have to make contact. There's no tempo on this. So she's just collecting all those reps on one side. The clock beeps, she rests, shakes it off, and then gets set up for the next one at the 3, 2, 1, go. She rinses and repeats. That back knee goes straight down. Her weight shifts back. She pushes out of her heels, straight up and down. Now, any kind of weight that she would want to hold is fair game. Any way she wants to hold it is fair game. So front rack, goblet, by the side, player's choice here. If you want to add weight, you hold it, but make sure that you're able to keep that chest up, keep shifting that weight back so that we don't want this front knee coming so far forward. So that's the name of the game there. One round on the left, 1 round on the right, switching back and forth, so you end up getting 4 rounds on each side. We'll take a minute off, then we go into the Tabata seated press. So the seated position, we'll just start you there.
Okay.
Just this, she's going to sit down. We like to shoot those legs straight out in front of her. Again, same thing, dumbbell, kettlebell, ruck, whatever you want to take up overhead is perfectly fine. 1 hand or 2 hand. If you go the single arm route, we'll start with that. So she's going to use this kettlebell. Round 1 will be on that left side, so or your other left side. So pressing up, so she'll work for 20 seconds there. She'll rest. Switch sides, 3, 2, 1, go, and then she'll collect reps on the right side, and she'll alternate her rounds like that. But if she goes that 2-hand approach, that feels a little awkward, so we probably don't want to use a kettlebell for it. So let's switch to a dumbbell for this. So if you're able to hold it by the side, then you can safely take it up overhead. You can put it up like that, This one, you'll stick with the same thing all the way through. Hold the top for me. You'll notice at the top, weight is over shoulders, is over hips. She is not, lean back a little bit. She's not leaning back, fighting that balance. She's driving that chest forward, nice and proud at the top. So, there's your 2 options for that. Let's just show them 2 pike push-ups real quick. Just if you're not pressing anything, which I think most of you will be, but just in case, if you want that pike push-up position, high to the toes, that downward facing dog position, her head comes forward of her fingers and pushes back through. You want to alternate those. Bend your knees if you need to take a little pressure off, but that's also a body weight option for this press. Your favorite thing, we're going to lay down.
Okay, wait. Is this the rest or?
Well, actually, you can do both. So you could go from the rest right into the Tabata Superman. So this is not for reps. This is for hold. So I've used this example before. This section of her body, from the top of her waist to the back of her knee, this is the section that's working. And so she is holding this position. So I can even be mean to her and bring her hands in a little bit. And so she's reaching for me for her fingertips. She's pushing the wall behind and rest. And then we go through that 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, up and hold. And she's holding here. So the pressure is coming from the hamstrings and the glutes, not trying to just arch that back. You're just holding position and rest. So nothing really to score here. Holding for quality. If you have to ease up and rest in the middle of it, that's fine, but try to get back into that position quickly. What are you doing?
Oh, it's hot and iron crosses with faves. Built by CTO/pizza.
You're gonna hold your favorite thing while doing iron crosses. I guess
Melt.
I guess that is better than these little guys. So the iron cross, same concept here. We like to see feet together, pizzas out, but see how it's turned up? We're gonna turn her down like this. So the iron cross simulates what we did on the rings. So the shoulders are rotated, she's braced here, core is nice and tight, and she's holding that position and then rest. So she brings her hand straight down, shakes it off, 3, 2, 1, and she goes back up and she just holds.
It's harder with the longer pizza box.
Exactly, because the further you are away from your body, the more strain it puts on it. That's why you don't need a lot of weight with this. So I'll take these, because I'm going to eat them later. We have 4 Tabatas in that. So that last one with that iron cross hold, you're going to have to get creative. 2 things of even weight outside. I used 5-pound plates last time. It was plenty for me. Wine bottles, water bottles, buckets, you name it. As long as it's even on both sides, hold it out. We're going to score total reps for all 4 of these Tabatas. So get your split squats, get your seated press, hold that Superman, and hold that iron cross. Get us those scores on Sugar Wad. Don't forget about Zoom at 9:30 and 5. We'll see you guys soon for the WOD. I'm going to go enjoy these.